Hi scholars, welcome back to the second day of virtual learning. Today we're going to talk about virtual classroom expectations. We've got several, so hang tight, okay? First things first, all daily class materials and lessons are going to be available every weekday morning at 8 a.m. They will not be available before 8 a.m. So that means maybe you can sleep in a little bit. I don't know. Check with your parents on that one. All right. Number 2, I will be taking roll every day through participation. So if I see your name come up under our discussion board, or if you send back a Flipgrid, that counts as participation. All right. So that's how I'm gonna be taking roll. The district expectation is that you log in and complete all of your work every single day. Number 3 specifically deals with a virtual session, okay? So if we have a Zoom meeting together, this is my expectation. Do not interrupt while somebody is speaking, okay? Sometimes it's a little tricky on Zoom sessions, and sometimes it accidentally happens. I understand the accidental, but the expectation is that you will not be blurting out, making noise, or getting up and walking around your room or wherever you are while we're doing a virtual session, a live virtual session. Okay, I expect that you listen when I'm speaking, listen when classmates are speaking or asking a question, and listen when classmates are participating in a class discussion. We may do this through the use of Flipgrid or a similar tool, okay? And there is a raise hand feature on the Zoom, okay? So if you do in fact have a question, or there's a chat feature. If you do in fact have a question, you will simply type in your question in the chat feature or raise your hand and wait patiently until I call on you. Number 4, be respectful of everyone at all times. There will be situations when we have discussion boards or Flipgrids like you tried out yesterday. You will try out a discussion board today actually, and you can respond to other posts on there. The expectation is that you respond in a very respectful manner, always. I can see all of the posts, and I will have a discussion with you if I feel it's not respectful. I'm a big manners person. Texas history teacher, so big manners. Use Mr. or Mrs. when you address teachers. No mean mugging in Zoom, all right? And positive attitudes always. Positive attitudes go a long ways, you guys, especially in this virtual situation where it may seem frustrating sometimes. Let's just keep a positive attitude, okay? Expectation number 6 is that you are properly dressed for any recording or a virtual meeting. I would like your clothes to meet and follow the school rules in the school handbook, in the student handbook. You can find the student handbook on the Welborn Middle School website homepage. All right, let's talk about some safety precautions as far as virtual schooling goes, okay? Again, let's talk about always being respectful and courteous to other students and teachers during virtual check-ins. This is a big one for me. That's why I've repeated it on this page. Inappropriate and offensive or threatening comments, misrepresenting your identity. This is a big one. And disruptive behavior will not be tolerated in any of my classes, okay? Let's make that clear. Number 2, you must use your CSISD email account to log into virtual check-in sessions, all right? Or to log into Flipgrid. If we have a scheduled Zoom meeting and I see an ID come up that does not meet the standard of a College Station ISD email, that's your 1000 number at csisd.org, I will not allow that person to enter for huge safety reasons, obviously. Number 3, login credentials must not be shared with anybody, all right? Do not post these, do not share these with your friends because this strictly protects you and your information. And on the flip side, do not use other people's login credentials. That would not be beneficial to you at all. Number 4, do not trespass during a virtual check-in. All right, I'm going to read this whole thing to you and explain to you what it means. Students who are disruptive and or trespass in virtual check-in sessions will receive appropriate consequences in accordance with Student Code of Conduct. All right, that means, just as we talked about in number 2, that you must log in using your CSISD credentials so that we will know exactly who you are. And when you see the name section of it, put your actual name. Don't put a nickname that we are not aware of, because teachers will not let you into the virtual session. All right. If this happens, if you do this, consequences may result in temporary or permanent loss of technology access, which would prevent the student from participating in virtual school. We don't want that, all right? So participate appropriately. All right, let's talk about voice level. Not because I'm afraid you're going to yell into the screen, but mostly because I think you're all aware about the range of voice levels, level 0 all the way through level 4. I have them listed on here just for your reference. Level 0 is not talking at all the way up to level 4. I will be referencing these voice levels in the case that you create maybe a Flipgrid video and I simply cannot hear you. I will say, oh gosh, that's a voice level 1 and so quiet. Can you re-record this with a voice level 2 or a voice level 3 so that I can hear what you're saying? It's very important in the virtual world to be semi-assertive while you're talking so that others can hear what you have to say. All right, you guys, this concludes our virtual classroom expectations slide. If you happen to have any questions about something that I did not cover during this lesson, please send me a message in Schoology and I'll be glad to address it.